Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a good, whatever day it is, Thursday. Today, it's me and Andrew. Andrew Sissom.
Hey, I'm a little bit sick, so sorry if you hear me coughing or sneezing or blowing my nose in the background.
Yeah, he's coming down with a case of stomach virus, but, so right now, right now we have, the whole USA on, infrared. I don't want to highlight it. To point out the obvious things here, we got a lot of storm development across the south, especially very cold cloud tops right there in the North Carolina area. We have a storm right here, a storm system. We'll take a look at that later. Has something to do with the tropics that could eventually affect the USA. We clearly here likely have a low right there. Just by looking at this, we can see probably maybe a cold front, maybe some showers getting springed along there in Wyoming, Colorado, down to Arizona. Even in Southern California, there's some colder clouds right there. We can see right there on the Texas-Oklahoma border, we have quite a lot of, that looks like some anvils right there. And all the way into southern Illinois, we have this kind of cloud cover area right there. Let's go real quick. Let's go back to the, we're going to look at the visible real quick. Let's go.
Hey, can I add something?
Yeah, Andrew's going to add something.
So, in parts of Illinois, there could be some funnel clouds today and tonight, but they're not going to touch the ground most likely because we don't have the elements of that, but there could be a few funnel clouds.
Yeah. They're
south of I-72.
Mm-hmm. South of I-72, if you heard them. And then, yeah, so right now we're looking at the visible here. This is the visible. Let's go back a little bit later, though, where we can see the east better here. We can see that looks likely like a low-pressure system just by looking at the visible here, or by looking at the satellite stuff and that. We have these storms here in Colorado and New Mexico. It looks like the anvils right there in Texas and Oklahoma. Cloud cover going all the way from southern Illinois, kind of like this, and going through the northeast where there's some scattered overcast skies to partly cloudy skies going all the way from what?
Can I add something again? Just north of, or just in parts of Colorado Springs and north of there, there's that storm that is severe warned, and there's been hail reports from P to dime size.
P to dime at Colorado Springs. All right, so you heard them. That's with these storms over here in Colorado right now. You can see those with the hail to dime size hail. With the penny to dime size, I think is what it is. Wait a second. Yeah, I want the red. I just want it to be a little bit not that big. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, we can see those. We have the cloud cover, like I was saying. Normal clouds across Texas, all the way over to the southeast region for afternoon heating. Oh, we have some storms in Mississippi, and we have a lot of storms over here on the East Coast. We can see how everything is happening. Got pretty. Let's make this go quick here. Oh yeah, we can see how these things are springing up along over that. It looks like an upper level low right there in Idaho. With that, maybe like a cold front coming down, with all springing up those thunderstorms in Colorado right now. I think is what the case is. Let's switch to the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. Not that. Let's go over here. All right, so we can see right now we have the marginal risk right there, going all the way up into the Montana region where we have that upper level low. Probably right there in Idaho. We do have this large marginal risk going all the way from the Texas area. I was showing you guys those anvils all the way over, even into Maine, where we have some thunderstorms over there at the north side of a cold front. We're sure going to look at the surface charts in a second with like the when we're looking at that. There is a low pressure system. What?
There's critical fire danger, guys, over the next few days. Today, there's critical fire danger over just east of Salt Lake City and parts of Wyoming, northwest Colorado, Utah, and Arizona.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll look at that in a second. But we have a low pressure system probably right there in Quebec, and we have a cold front coming down. That's why there is a marginal risk. My pen just did something crazy there. Yeah, you can see it right there. Marginal risk kind of outlining the cold front where we have those storms. Pretty strong storms there in North Carolina and Virginia. It looks, let's take a look at the fire area real quick. Day 2. Come on. So we gotta look at day 1 first. Okay, so for today we have a critical area right there, as we can see. Day 2, elevated right there in that region for day 3 to 8. We just have kind of an area right there we have outlined for day 3 to 4 in Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. And we have some areas over here where we could have some fire danger, dry, low relative humidity and wind. We have that right there. What else are we gonna look at? Okay, let's go with the rest of the convective outlook. So that's for today. We've already checked. Take a look at that. For day 2, which is Friday, which is tomorrow, we have 2 marginal risks. And for day 3, which is Saturday, we just have a marginal risk right there, going from the North Plains into the Montana region. Let's take a look at the surface charts now. Yeah, we can see that low pressure system. A cool thing is there's clouds going through southern Illinois, or in the warm sector, or the warm region that is south of the stationary front. Right, my pen is really making me angry, but right to the south. But to the north, there is not much clouds, and I'll show you that right real quick. Yeah, we can see right there. It kind of clears out. Where was the tab? Okay, here we go. All right, let's go to the latest here. Okay, so we can see the stationary front and the cold front, which is bringing up those storms, which is why there's a marginal risk. There is our low pressure system I was talking about right there in that area. We have a little bit of a cold front, and then a warm front in Colorado, which is probably which is probably the reason why there was some thunderstorms that are severe warned right now. Now let's get rid of that. Let's take a look at that's surface charts. So let's take a look at the surface charts next here. All right, so let's show you guys this real quick. So you see dew points do change. We can see our stationary front likely goes, get the pen out here. We can see our stationary front's likely like that. You can see dew point values, 57, 60, pretty low. Pretty low, but down to the south, we have dew points at 65 right there. I think that is that may be Peoria. I'm not sure right there. Or Springfield. That's Springfield, I think. And we have, to the south of that, we have 71 dew points in southern Illinois. And Iowa's pretty nice right now. Dew points are in the upper 50s, maybe lower 60s. And that's why we have a stationary front likely going like that. Through those regions, you can see because of the dew points, not really affecting temperature-wise. More or less just dew points, and maybe it's even probably warmer in northern Illinois right now because maybe more sunshine. You can see it's like 81 there, and then to the south it's 73 and 78. Then again, it could have rain right there. They're reporting rain in St. Louis. Now let's zoom out of this here. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's take a look at the southeast here. We can just see dew points are pretty high, but nothing too significant. Let's look at this. Let's look at some other more. Let's look at one more thing before we get into the tomorrow's forecast real quick and show you. Look at the look ahead. Wait a second. I have a itch. Okay. All right. So we have a Chantal right here. Chantal, I think it is. Advisory 8. Chantal. Okay. So 35 miles per hour. Chantal. Okay. All right. So it's called Chantal, evidently. It has sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure at 10 millibars. It has advisory 8. Let's take a look at where it's forecasted to go. You can just see it's kind of forecasted to be stationary right there in that region. We can take a look at at other stuff right now. Let's take a look at the wind history. You can see this was a tropical storm for a little bit, but not for too long. It was not a tropical storm for an extreme amount of time. But let's go back to where we were before here. All right, here we go. This is the area I was talking about in the satellite, or on the infrared. We can see it right there to that cloud cover. Oh my gosh, this is... All right, so here we go. It has a 10% chance of forming in the next 2 days, and there's something a 30% chance in the next 5 days. But tomorrow night, if we do one of those videos, or maybe Saturday night when we do the whole outlook, we maybe look at some of the models. I may even do a whole video on this tomorrow, which is Friday. I may do a whole video on this, but we'll likely look at all the models on Saturday, maybe. By Saturday, if this isn't formed by then, and anything major. But we have that area to look out for. Sorry. And then the eastern North Pacific, let's go over there. We have Tropical Storm Ivo, 65-mile-per-hour winds, 996 millibars. And we do have another area. Let's switch to the central. You okay, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, in the next 5 days, there's a 30% chance of this forming over here in the Pacific, and that could affect Hawaii, which is right there. We'll look at that probably in the models maybe Saturday night, because that's not going to likely form in the next 2 days. So that would be good for Saturday night. We'll make a video on that. I think Saturday night we'll look at all the models and stuff, because tomorrow I probably will make a video. Maybe on, I don't even know what I'll make a video on tomorrow. But that's the tropical update. Let's take a look at just the little bit of a forecast here in Pivotal Weather, which has finally fixed itself. All right, so let's go down a little bit. Okay, so let's go to Friday. Tomorrow afternoon, we can see, if this is the GFS model, we have maybe some storms right there and going through Montana to Wyoming. Storms pretty much for the south and the southeast. We can see there are scattered storms over there. But the west coast is relatively calm other than maybe northern Washington. And so is, because we have a station, we do have a stationary front kind of placed like this tomorrow. As you can see, not much rain will be happening to the north of it. Okay, I don't know what that was. We can go later until Saturday. We do see when this low pressure system right here moves out into the plains. You can just see how Saturday night a lot of rain could explode across Kansas, and some of that rainfall could likely be severe. Some of those storms could be severe to happen in Nebraska, Kansas, maybe even Colorado or Wyoming, right there. And then those will likely die out, and we could have more storms fire up in the Kansas, Oklahoma regions for Saturday night into those. And then that low-pressure system will continue moving. But we'll have another one, too. Monday night, we have this low-pressure system that could come down like this, the cold front, and that could likely have maybe even 2 things of severe weather. One right here. We have one going all the way down into maybe even Oklahoma. And we have one right here in Wisconsin and Michigan. But that'll wrap up this video. Let's see what Andrew has to say. Andrew, you gotta say anything?
Yeah, I actually do have something to say. I got a couple things. So, a few days ago, August 20th, at the Rachel that happened on Tuesday that actually hit me, there was a town in Iowa that had an EF3 tornado of 150-mile-an-hour wind. The tornado only lasted 5 minutes, though, and there has been a tornado report today. And I'm checking to see where it is.
Alright, so Andrew does that, but
that's in Colorado.
In Colorado, probably up in this region, up there where that warm front is.
In Colorado.
Alright. Well, if you heard that, there was an EF3 tornado probably close to Des Moines, maybe further to...
It was close to Des Moines, yeah.
Des Moines, I think, wasn't it like in the morning hours?
Yeah, it was like 6, 7 o'clock.
Yeah. I have a radar picture of that, I think. But you heard him. All right. So, thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday and a good Friday morning and early afternoon.